know if I should tell this story. Should I tell this story? What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Kels here, and we have a story time. And I don't know if I should tell this story. If you are new here, welcome. If you are not, welcome back. And if you're wondering what you're going to see on this here channel, let me tell you. You're going to see luxury, fashion, travel, lifestyle, and all around joy. Why? Because joy is life and life is living. And that is what we plan to do. Okay. Let me take a sip of my fruit punch. My fruit punch. Okay, disclaimer, I got the boys in here. They run this house. I just live here. So if you hear the noises, if you hear the whatever, it's the boys. Anyways, let's get into it. This is going to be quick. I'm going to give you a quick and dirty one because I feel like I should start my own podcast or my own blog and talk about like bad dates and things and like get other people's bad dates and things. I think it would just be interesting. But let's just start. So this guy, I told myself I was not going to date because I was like, number one, you're just a little too young for me. And actually nobody knows any of this. None of my friends know any of this. Actually, none of my friends probably even know he existed because it was that short. It was that quick. But I started hanging out with this guy and I was like, oh, he's like kind of fun and cute and whatever. And then, we started like dating and can you call it dating? I mean, like we went out-ish. Okay, let me start again. Oh, the struggle is real. We have this whole thing of like, we'll have our date budget. And I was like, okay, that's fine. But if we did like anything else, like we bought chicken to cook at home, somehow that would come out of the date budget. To me, I was like, this is just regular cooking at home. I was like, if you don't have it, just say that. But also I was being lenient. I was like my thing is we don't have to go out, right? But you can plan a cute little something, like we go do a picnic in the park or go picnic in the park actually works well most of the time as long as it's not like, cold or rainy. So I feel like there were a lot of easy solutions here. I think we did go like roller skating, which was fun. We used to go to this place where there was music. That's all I could say. And it turned out he had a problem. And it wasn't just cheating. And the thing is, when we first started dating, I was like, you. Because like, if we're not together, like, that's fine. Just make sure I know. Like, don't make it seem like, oh, I'm just dating you, mama. Like, that's fine. Like, date whoever you want to date. Like, I am not tripping off of that. But it's when you're the one that's like, oh, be my girl. And then you still want to go dilly-dally in the streets. I could even get over that. You know what's so funny? I know I'm a Scorpio and sometimes I can be hot-headed because I'm also Jamaican. But I'm actually pretty like reasonable and like I'm a forgiving person. I have forgiven people who have done some things to me, some really bad things. And I have forgiven because out of place of love, I forgive people. So I'm not the Scorpio that holds on to everything for the end of time, even though sometimes I want to do that. But I do forgive people. So I'm like, I can forgive that. I don't like the lying. Lying will get you like chopped up before cheating ever will. Anyways, I'll save that to the end. But the other problem I didn't realize he had was drinking. And this is the second well, he's an ex, but it's like an ex I've had that had a drinking problem and that I just did not realize. And it became like oh, I used to drink a lot, but now I don't drink as much anymore. Like that kind of thing. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna take your word for it. It wasn't until he had gotten so drunk that he literally peed the bed. Yeah. Now you would have thought that God gave me enough sense to immediately moonwalk up out of there. Nah, because your girl loves a wounded bird and injured puppy. I've been trying to fight. This has been my like biggest red flag that I found out by myself years ago, that I have wounded puppy syndrome. And wounded puppy syndrome is when like you go see a puppy in the middle of the street and it's like, oh, my paw is like broken and I'm so sad. And you're like, puppy, I'm gonna help you. I don't care who your owners are. I don't care where you came from. Come with me. I'm gonna help you. And you fix up the puppy, you do surgery, and you feed it, and now it's all big and strong, and then the puppy bites you and leaves. That is a wounded puppy syndrome. And I have that bad. And every now and then it creeps back in because I don't know what it is about me that I like. I guess I like to fix people. I like to help people. I want people to be better. Like because of me, I want them to be better, right? I don't want them to be worse off because of me. So when I see someone that's like, maybe they're not excelling at a certain part of their life, I like to come on, swoop in with my cape, as you would say. Anyways, that happened. It became a whole thing about like, okay, no more drinking, okay, getting help, all that stuff. Great, perfect, wonderful, awesome. And then we started being on the outs because there was an issue around my birthday. I'm like, I don't want to give too much details in case. I'm like, no one would even know this because no one knew. Anyways, there's some issue around my birthday and a trip and a trip not happening. And I was like, we were already on the outs, and I was like, all right, well, I'm just gonna go without you, and I'm gonna go with my friend. And he's like, you're gonna go with your friend, but you're not gonna go with me. And I'm like, my friend doesn't see me naked. So yeah. I was like, yeah, you see how it's different? You see it's different when you pay for yourself to go on a trip. No one is seeing you in anything other than like the clothes that you have brought to wear. I'm not gonna get too graphic, but anyways. So he was upset about that. And I mean, I said it with my chest, like it's how I felt. So I said it with my chest, right? Because that's what you need to do sometimes. Or in my case, all the time. So we were already in the outs. And then like I think I'd gone over to his place at some point, maybe after that. And he was, when I say drunk, beer cans everywhere in the house. Like I could have literally robbed him and he never would have known. He lucky that the vengeful part of the Scorpio has died, because Raquel of yesteryear, never mind, I'm not gonna tell you what Raquel of yesteryear would have done. Anyways, beer cans everywhere. He's like half naked, sprawled out in the living room. And I was just like, this is a madness. And I guess I needed, sorry for that. I guess I needed some sort of extra proof. Like for me, I was like, I need a hard nail in the coffin. So what did I do? I did the one thing that I don't do. I went through his phone. I've only gone through the phones of 2 guys I've ever dated, I think, in my entire life. And I already knew, like, I always say don't go through somebody's phone because you're going to find what you're looking for. And if you're not willing to like leave them, then you should probably not go through their phone. Clearly I was ready to go. So I was like, I went through his phone, and the other ex also, I went through his phone and found exactly what I was looking for. The proof. So I went through his phone, I saw he was like, asked some girl to come over, and she was like, And what's crazy is like, he had posted me on his Instagram and stuff, like the feed part. Like, when you post people and you're like, or they people see you out. And so these were girls that saw us out, and I was like, oh, you a skank. He with a whole women do better, but you still wanna, that's okay. That's your prerogative. You could have him. I don't want him. Anyways. So I saw my evidence, and also I also have receipts. So I'm taking my pictures, whatever. I gathered whatever was mine, left whatever was his, and like went along my way. And then I think the next day I was like, here's this proof, here's that proof. I guess, It was fun while it lasted. Good day, etc., etc. There was another time like we met up and we were talking about, you know, his needs and this and that. And I was like, okay, I don't know why we're having this conversation. And he was like, well, then I guess we're just going to be, you know, we should just break up. And in my head, I'm thinking, did I not already break up with you? Is this you trying to like, I'm gonna be a man, I'm gonna break up with this girl? And I was like, I don't think he understood the messages, maybe. I don't think he understood that the fact that I left the country without you on my birthday, the fact that I showed you the proof that I had about your philandering ways, that should tell you that we're done. But okay, like, I don't know. Well, sure. If maybe he needed it for an ego boost. So I'm like, okay, baby, if that feeds your ego to pretend like you broke up with me or broke my heart, then write your story. Write your story, boo. Hi, Sunny. You want to come up here? Come on. Sit down. My puppy's here now. He thought I needed some sort of assistance, apparently. So, can you say hi? Hi. He thought I needed assistance. But yeah, so not only did he like was drinking and urinating on himself, he was also cheating and then lied about it at first. Because people, I'm the person, I'm gonna ask you a question to see if you're gonna give me the answer straight up, and then I'm gonna show you that I have proof and I already know the answer to the question. So then it's like, boom, you're caught and now you go to prison. But yeah, he was, and also, what was also weird about this ex? I thought he was very much obsessed with having children, but not necessarily being married. And I was just like, where do they do that at? Like, what? I was like, I don't think you even want a wife. Like, you just want someone to put a baby in. And I'm just not her. Like, there's never going to be a baby coming out of me until I'm married. Like, that's just my prerogative. I'm not doing it. I don't subscribe to that email list or that newsletter. That's not part of my ministry. So that was another thing where I was like, we're going to have a problem because you want all these kids and you're barely a good boyfriend / person. But you want kids. Not to mention, this video is all over the place. There was a time where I think he came to church with me, and I'm pretty sure he was hungover at church or drunk. I don't know. He smelled like alcohol. And I was like, is he drunk or is he hungover? And either way, the fact that I can smell it through your pores and on your body, oh no. We're not about to come in the house of the Lord and do this. It was madness. It was absolute madness. I think I saw him again later after that at church or something. And I think he like sat close to me and I was like, nah, don't sit next to me because I want nobody to think we're together. Please do not sit next to me. I'm not trying. Scoot over. A mess. What is the moral of this story? When people tell you you're picky, let them say what they want to say. Because I've had people tell me about my pickiness and my this and my that, and then I adjust them, but my meter's off, so I adjust them like way too far, and then I just end up on the struggle bus, and I don't like taking public transportation. So don't lower your standards, don't ignore the red flags, and don't always try to save people. You want to be Mother Teresa, you want to do good in the world, but some people need to save themselves. Put on your oxygen mask before you try to put on somebody else's. That is the moral of the story. All right, friends, thank you so much for watching and tuning into this story time. Oh, it was a doozy. I feel like I was tiptoeing through that bad boy. Anyways, you're like, Raquel, how did you date somebody like that? So I could have a story to tell you. Anyways, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And of course, share with a friend so you guys both can laugh at my tragedy and my shenanigans. Because sharing is caring. All right, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Bye.